Hello, I'm Michael Diamond, and you're watching Muscle Central. Okay, in this video, I'll be talking about the mindset. Quite often, what separates the winner from the runner-up, will be the mindset. You can have two bodybuilders on stage, both have really good genetics, both train very, very hard. Now, ultimately, what can make the difference between who walks away with that first place finish and who comes in second will be the mindset. Now, I'll take Flex Wheeler, for example. Flex Wheeler, one of the most genetically gifted bodybuilders. Some say that he was the greatest, if not one of the greatest, if not the greatest bodybuilder to ever step on stage. Uh, the greatest bodybuilder to never win an Olympia. He had so many gifts in his favor, and he trained hard. There's no doubt about it. If you watch training videos of his, you can see the work that he put in the gym. Now, he should have been a Mr. Olympia. By his own admission, he always dealt with confidence issues. Now, when he was on stage competing against Dorian Yates, uh, genetically speaking, he was far superior. That's not to say that Dorian had bad genetics. To achieve what he achieved, you have to have good genetics, but in comparison to Flex Wheeler's genetic gifts, there was quite a big of a difference. Flex Wheeler, in talking about competing against Dorian, he said when he was on stage with him, he didn't even have to look over to see Dorian. He could just feel his presence. Now, someone who's dealing with confidence issues, something like that happens, that could be very, very emotionally, mentally overwhelming. Flex Wheeler, in his own admission, felt like he could never beat Dorian. Now, no matter how gifted you are, he trained his ass off, but with the mindset that you cannot beat this person, it's very unlikely that you will beat him. Now, that carried on a little later on through the years. Now, Ronnie Coleman jumped to 1998. Ronnie Coleman moves up the ladder in placings, steps on stage, going to battle with Flex Wheeler in the 1998 Mr. Olympia. Dorian Yates had just retired. The Olympia title was up for grabs. Flex Wheeler was seen as the heir apparent. Now, in this case, Ronnie Coleman had great genetics. I would say better genetics than for bodybuilding than Dorian Yates. But now we have two guys with great genetics for bodybuilding. Both of them train hard. Once again, once Ronnie started winning shows and now they're on stage against each other, battling for the title of Mr. Olympia, Flex Wheeler already has in his mind that he can't beat him. And like I said just before, if you step on stage against someone and you both have all these things going in your favor, but you lack the confidence in your ability to win, most likely you're not going to win. Thoughts become things. Now that gets to the next person I want to discuss. Thoughts become things. That's an expression that Kai Green likes to use as one of his catchphrases. Now, Kai Green is another one, very genetically gifted. One of the greatest bodybuilders to never win the Mr. Olympia. Someone who, with all the gifts in his favor, should have won the Mr. Olympia. Granted, he was battling against another opponent, Phil Heath, who was also genetically gifted. But once again, Kai Green ultimately lacked the mindset that true confidence in his abilities. I've said it before in other videos. I've always felt that deep down inside, Kai Green felt like he could never win the Mr. Olympia. He would never beat Phil Heath, despite all his talk leading up to the show, everything that he said at the press conferences. I believe deep down inside, he felt that he could not win. Ultimately, he never won the Mr. Olympia. In his own words, using his own catchphrase, thoughts become things. Where was I going with this video? Ultimately, you need the proper mindset to win, to succeed. And that doesn't just go with bodybuilding. That goes within everything in your life, whether it's a relationship, a job, or whatnot. If you lack confidence, if you don't believe in your ability to succeed, to achieve your goals, most likely it will not materialize. Okay, if you agree or disagree with me and what I've said in this video, let me know in the comment section. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share and by all means subscribe. Do not forget to hit that notification bell. This way, every time I put up a new video, you will be notified. Once again, this is Michael Diamond, and I'd like to thank you for watching Muscle Central.